Welcome to another episode of Automotive Anonymous Auto Techs. Welcome to Automotive Anonymous Auto Techs. Today's episode is brought to you by itself. Today we will be talking about engine rebuilding, a lost art. What is engine rebuilding, and what is its components, and what is its breakdown? First, let's give a couple of shout outs to Coach E. Everett for motivating me and promoting me to do these kind of broadcasts. Shout out to LDA TTC class. Shout out to Steve the Dean Williams and his creation of. Check out those guys over there at Real Game No Theory. www.realgamenotheory.com. The Man Mindset. Him, Coach EO, the Angry Man, Mr. 1950, K Zaggin, Mr. Locario, Miles Cunningham, all seven of the Tank Sharks can put you on some real game and no theory. It ain't about no pills, it's the real deal. Check those guys out. Shout out to those gentlemen. Now, without further ado, let's chop it up like Steve Dean says. Now, engine rebuilding is no longer a profitable business. It is a lost dying art because you don't make any money rebuilding engines. I myself am a 15-year under my belt rebuilding motors. Rebuilding motors takes a lot of work, a lot of dedication. Just by simply rebuilding a 1990 Honda Civic or Honda Accord, roundabout time it takes about 3 guys to work on one engine. It takes 36 hours right about to take it out, remove the guy that removes the engine, the guy that tears it down, washes it. And there's one key factor in engine rebuilding. The cleanliness of the job is very important, very, very important. Let's keep that in mind, the key factor. And then we have me, the machinist, that used to bore, hone, resurface, and, do the honing, bore the block over 20, 30, 40 thousands, whatever was required. And then the crank grind, 10, 20, 30 undersize, depending on the crank and the rods were had to be crank grinds, and either it was going to be standard 10, 20, 30 undersize, even 40 sometimes if readily available. Now, because it is a lost dying art and it's not a profitable business. Why? Because in the current state market of inflation, a engine of that nature would be anywhere right about $2,500. Now you divide it into 36 hours of workmanship put into that, and that's not putting the materials used to rebuild the motor. Now you do the numbers and you tell me if there's any money left in that. And for all intent and purposes, it used to be 8 to 12 months of warranty. But like I said, the consumer is never right because he doesn't understand and comprehend how things work. Go back and check that video out. It has all the information you ever need to understand what I'm talking about. Because the consumer does not have a business mindset. Engine rebuilding is a lost cause. If you want to do that, go for it. Believe me, there is no profit. The only thing you'll profit is a bunch of headaches and customers with nonsense. Literally, you'll get married to this car till the end of the warranty. And even after that, you'll have complaints and phone calls left and right. To me, that is not a place I want to be. I cannot sleep at night thinking about tomorrow that car awaits me, that problem awaits me, and the customer calling me if his car is ready. Now, in the current state market, a warranty, my suggestion, this is my opinion, and based on my opinion, all the content I create is for fun and entertainment purposes only. Disclaimer, this is 100% authentic. What I'm talking about, there is nobody out there talking about. And if they are talking about it and they're not shouting out to me, it's because they don't have a mind of their own to create their own content. Now, getting back to at hand, rebuilding motors In the current market, the warranty, the maximum warranty that should be giving out on labor is 30 days, no more nor less. And a fully rebuilt motor just on the part should be 3 months. After the 30 days, if it requires you to take down the transmission, remove a head or anything, you should charge full labor, because the employee that works for you, the technician, he is not going to take the pill of saying that the warranty, you cannot pay him for the 2 days, 2 hours of work required. He doesn't want to know about that. At the end of the day, he has a family and kids to maintain, bills and overhead to pay at his house. So that's why it is no longer profitable. Apart from that, to carry, all this burden and weight, it is a waste of time. It is a lost cause and a lost art. No more do you see it. The more I see, the less guys are quitting and saying, you know what, throwing the towel and saying this is a waste of time, a waste of money, and a waste of effort. To me, engine rebuilding, I have no idea why I even got into it. Don't ask me why. I don't want to know why. But speaking about it gives me the greatest pleasure of all. Speaking about the truth. Anything here spoken about is sponsored by Rio, R-E, Rio Entertainment. This is rated R for real. And if you don't believe me, get out there in the trenches and you do it yourself. Speaking about it, I myself would not go back, would not look back. Engine rebuilding, it was like driving a 18-wheeler on a southbound freeway, going over the excess miles on a 3-axle truck, going over the 55 speed limit, going 80 miles an hour, risking getting pulled over by police authorities or the highway patrol, and other risking over the excess weight of 80,000 pounds. That's what I felt. Those 80,000 pounds on the tractor trailer was like carrying all the weight of all those people jumping on top of the trailer. I was going over the speed limit, the weight. I could not consider the burden of doing that work no more. What did I do? I came to a complete stop. All 18 wheels started to rattle, because when you come to a complete stop on an 18-wheeler, all wheels rattle. I pulled to the side of the southbound freeway. I put the tractor trailer parking and the trailer parking brake on, which is the yellow and the red knob. I started pulling the crank down on the trailer and I unplugged the red and the blue hose. I told all those 80,000 pound weight of people on my back, jumping at the monkeys in my back, jumping inside, told them, you guys have a nice day. Find yourself somebody out to put up with your nonsense. I made a U-turn and I went northbound on the freeway, and I said every day, ever since then, my health and peace of mind has always been till this day. Doing engine rebuilding was going down south, including my health. I consider my health more important than anything. And with the monkey, it's just an expression of people just jumping and just literally taking a toll. If you're watching this video and anything that I spoke about here, if you don't accept the truth, it's because you have a high ego and you don't want to accept the truth. I'm not here to change your point of mind, but I talk the truth and I speak the truth because it is what it is. And if you don't want to hear it, that's your problem. I don't care. I'm just here laying down the weapons on the table. I'm not your enemy, but your foe. Consider me what you want, an anti-villain, but the truth has to come out. We are tired, and we are here to speak about it. Thank you. Like, subscribe, and share. This is going to be short today. Thank you for joining us in Automotive Anonymous Auto.